What's our listener mail?
All right, we got an email from Chuck.
Hey, Chuck.
Chuck wants to know, what does a God do for fun? Can an omniscient and omnipotent being have fun? He's memorized every possible book, play, and movie. He knows the optimum strategy for every board game. He can't learn a new skill since he has them all. He can't solve a difficult problem since nothing is difficult. He knows he's right in any discussion or debate. He can't prove himself in any way. He has no physical needs to satisfy. He doesn't. Doesn't he face eternal boredom?
Oh, man.
He's
only scratched the surface.
So I think I have a solution to this.
What's that?
Which is, if he is maximally powerful, then surely, he can create divine tequila and get drunk and therefore be unable to do half of the things listed.
Well,
and forget things and erase his own memory.
I don't think so.
Temporarily.
No.
Why not? Why can't
the same reason he can't create a rock so big he can't lift it.
I think that he can.
Getting drunk is a weakness, and he can't have those.
It doesn't say that. It's maximally powerful. You can make yourself weak.
But isn't it
But
God
he flew
exists
too close
outside
to
of
the
reality,
sun and
whatever
realized
that
that
means?
He flew too close to the sun and then realized you can have much more fun as an idiot than as an omniscient being, and there's no God now because he made himself dumb.
The way I look at it, it's like, he doesn't even think. The God can't think because thinking is a process, and the God doesn't have to wait for a process. The God doesn't have to deal with process. The thoughts are already there. Mm-hmm. And it's like the God is basically a hello program. I mean, if he's eternal, then he always knew every action that he takes. And so he's just following a list of things he does. And he doesn't have to think them up.
That's a matrix shit right there.
Yeah. He doesn't have to think anything up because it was already there when he was created. Or he was never created. It's always been there. He's always known everything he does.
Is that different?
And I'm trying to phrase it to get rid of as much, temporal boundaries out of it as I can. He knows everything he does already. And already adds a temporal boundary, but he knows everything. So he's just following rote. He's just doing what he knows he does, and it's horrible.
Okay, so
he can't even think.
I mean, I understand that, but if your maximally powerful God can make himself into a human by birthing himself through a virgin or whatever, if that's something that doesn't defy,
that didn't really happen.
I know that none of this happened, but don't reality shame me here right now, okay? So if he can do that, then surely, create a human that half the time doesn't know he's a god because he's praying to himself or whatever.
Right.
Then surely he could make himself a human that doesn't know everything, like on a temporary basis, and then gets drunk and or high or trips on acid.
Can he limit himself artificially?
Well, no. I mean,
it's part of the list of things he does.
Well, he can't do anything artificial because he's natural.
Yeah, he can't do anything spontaneous because there's no such thing as spontaneity in the God's existence.
Yeah. Well, sure, but if he is also everything and oneness, but then he's also already all the humans.
Yeah.
So Jesus isn't special because we're all Jesus. Boom. No. Then if he is Jesus, I'm sticking with my drunk gods.
The horrible thing, though.
Do you know your Nordic legends at all?
Oh,
they're
no,
always
I don't.
getting drunk and having fun.
Good enough.
And if you go south of there to Greece, they're sleeping with their sisters and having a good time.
Right.
And Medusa.
And Medusa.
Yeah.
I forgot. Wait. She.
Clash of Titans, man.
Oh. Modern. That's fan fiction. That's not canon, so it doesn't count.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, what are you gonna do? Haunt me as a demon?
Excuse me?
If
I'll turn you to stone with one look. Actually,
I will summon La Llorona.
Funny story, Clash of the
get you.
Titans
You
is
don't get
actually the beginning, the seeds of my atheism. It's the 1980,
Oh, really?
The
Interesting.
1980s movie was acceptable to be seen by my parents, and I did see it. And that was the first realization that there were other religions with other gods that had their own stories.
Interesting.
And I pursued that vigorously because they were much
Right.
cooler stories.
Yeah.
Perseus and the real story of Perseus, that was a nasty motherfucker. And Athena, and she was cool. I liked Athena.
Yeah.
And it was an eye opener that there was nothing different from this mythology than from this holy scripture other than the term. And
Right.
that led to my
Well,
skepticism, that led to my atheism to today.
yeah. That's strange, because when I was a little kid, they played Littlest Angel at school, right? And I looked at that and went, oh, it's a movie. It's fiction. And so I understood, okay, so religion is Santa Claus for adults. Yeah. Okay, cool. The fact that it was a movie, helped cement the fact that I didn't believe in any.
Yeah. Well, for me, it was when I realized that this movie was based upon a series of stories that one time were a religion.
Right, and people believed them.
And they believed it. And
Now they
it
don't.
sowed the seed that what's the difference between these stories and the ones that I'm hearing now? Other than those gods are way cooler.
Way cooler. They actually knew what sacrifice was, too.
Yep.
Way more.
Yeah.
Because, you look at, is it Prometheus? Tied to the rock, getting his liver torn out?
Yes,
for
'cause
giving
he brought
fire to man?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, having your liver torn out forever, that's a freaking sacrifice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Getting a tour of hell for 3 days and coming back, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, if I were to come to you, if I were Jamie, you, and I said, if I were to torture you and inflict imaginable pain for a day and kill you, and you got to come back in 2 days, 3 days, and you became the king of the universe, would you accept that deal?
If I believed that it was true.
Yeah. It's the deal of the century.
I mean,
it's not
And if you came back as a king of the universe, would you be nice to me?
I would haunt you. As a demon. I would assign to you a demon that as soon as you were like, yeah, you know what, I want to see this movie, it would spoil the ending for everything.
Okay. Well, then I'll die and stick the kukui on you to get
Yeah,
you.
well, La Llorona beats
excellent
Kukui.
question, man. I thought I came up
What
with
we
that.
need
That was
is
good.
we need to have like a fictional folklore bullshit trading game, basically.
Or storytelling. That's called Hawke 1. That's my YouTube channel.
Yeah, so there's that. There's Hawke 1,
Yes.
as in Killa or Killer? Hawke 1.
Yes.
Hawke 1.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I was just confused. I wasn't just repeating your brand name.
Not Kilo Hawk.
Not Kilo.
Okay.
Killa, right, in the same way.
No essay. No.
KILO.
1
Cholo
kilo,
hawk.
1 kilo of ground hawk meat